friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about a palette that I have decided cannot remain in my collection. As you guys saw, I have a lot of palettes still left in my collection that I need to reckon with, and so I've been really buckling down on testing out palettes. And I recently took a trip to Maine to see my best friend, to have her bridal shower, and just to sort of celebrate my birthday. It was a great weekend, and I brought one palette with me to test out. And after that weekend, I made the somewhat difficult choice to get rid of it from my collection. And that is the Shui Essential Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette. This came in I think it was like a Black Friday or some kind of like fall, winter surprise mystery box that they were doing. And after falling in love with the Shui highlighters, I was like, yes, I really want to learn more about the Shui brand. And this palette came in the collection. From what you can see here, you've got some clear mattes versus shimmers. You've got this shimmer, you got one over here, right here, over here. And then the rest of these are all matte shades. Now, I will admit, I am much more prone to shimmery shades. I'm not opposed to a shimmer in the crease, a shimmer on the lid. I tend to really only go exclusively for mattes when it comes to laying down that matte cream shade that you guys have seen me use and abuse throughout my collection over the past few years. And so when I pulled this out, I initially was drawn to the shimmers. I thought they were really beautiful looking. And you can see that I definitely made some dents in the shimmery colors. But ultimately, my feelings about this are I'm not really into warm colors. My Lorac Mega Pro palette has challenged me, and I do like the look of them on my eye. But I have this Ulta and Jenny Fox collaboration that they did together, and this has the same types of warm tones as my Lorac palette, but it has more shimmers than mattes. So I'm more likely to pull this. So when you see these side by side, you're kind of like, ooh, does she need this many warms? Especially when they're not my go-to. I'm much more of a brown lady. Give me the neutrals. Like that speaks more to like the gold that I like to wear for jewelry with my hair color. Like the list goes on and on. So I thought like, okay, well, if I just ignore these three, because I'm never going to use a black, if I just ignore these three, would I still like the palette? And then I was like, well, if I take these out, what am I left with? 100 shades that I already have. And I felt like the mattes in here were very powdery and a little bit difficult to work with. Like I was having to really build up some of the lighter mattes, and there were some of the darker mattes. I had to be really careful with them. They were kind of patchy, a little bit difficult to work with. So I was just like, you know, this palette's it's not worth keeping for me and my preferences and what I want to have more of in my collection. And I thought about popping out the cream that's in here, but this packaging is quite frankly very durable and sturdy, and I don't feel like ripping it apart just to get one shade out of here when I already have plenty of other creams left in my collection to work with, and I can get a Maybelline single shadow for like next to nothing when I coupon. So I just don't feel the need to tear it apart for that reason. So as much as I loved the shimmers in here, they were absolutely gorgeous, I just don't need them. I have a lot of other more complete palettes. I really am drawn to using palettes. So sadly, this does not make the cut, and it's being taken out of my collection. So now that I've decided what to do with the Shui palette, it's on to the next round of palettes to figure out, and I will definitely check back in with you guys if I decide to keep something or leave something, so you can better understand my thinking process and how I am parsing down my eyeshadow collection in particular, so that it is the quintessential perfect array of eyeshadows for me. All right, guys, I'll talk to you in my next video real soon. Bye.